A political year for Ohio, too. We've got the big U.S. Senate race between Husted and Brown, and that battle for governor. It's Ramaswamy versus Acton.
So yesterday, if you were watching, we showed you my sit-down interview with the Republican gubernatorial candidate, Vivek Ramaswamy. Today, it's his opponent's turn. I caught up with Democrat Dr. Amy Acton in Dayton. Only fitting we met at Omega Music, a record store in Dayton. And like a Vinyl 33 album, the world of politics goes round and round and round.
We filed back in January, and since that time we have been on the ground, traveling everywhere in Ohio, going places, quite frankly, Mike, that people haven't been in a while, listening deeply. This comes from my background. You know, the type of doctor I am is the whole community is your patient. And it's been an incredible experience.
She served as Ohio's health director during COVID, eventually stepping down, she says, because the Republican majority in the state house pressured her when they didn't agree with her medical opinions. Friends who I spoke with describe her as kind, but she says, don't let that keep you from seeing her tough side.
You don't want nice to mean weak.
I hope I'm always known as a kind person. Kindness is a fierce commitment to justice and seeing the humanity in one another. But I absolutely am a pretty scrappy person. I grew up in Youngstown, Ohio. I had a pretty rough childhood, worked 3 jobs to get through an accelerated medical school. I wouldn't be doing this if I wasn't fiercely committed to the well-being of Ohioans, and I'm ready for this fight.
Biggest problem facing Ohio is what?
You know, it's absolutely affordability. That is not a token thing folks are saying. When you go everywhere, people are talking about 95% of the same issues. Yes, you know, it's groceries, it's gas, it's everything coming at once. You know, people are working harder than ever, but there's no breathing room on housing, on childcare. People are trying to age in place with dignity, and property taxes are going up. So people are longing for public servants who solve problems instead of make problems, which I think our state house has been doing and taking us backwards and for quite some time.
Most studies show Ohio is middle to bottom third when it comes to education. Her husband has been a teacher and coach for more than 4 decades in the public schools. So this is a topic where Acton wants action.
3 things we're going to do: fully fund our schools, as we're constitutionally committed to do. This is a unifying issue in many communities. Public schools are the center of the way of life. I see this as not a party issue. Ohioans want great public schools. 2, we've got to make the vouchers accountable and transparent. There's absolutely no regulation of this. And 3rd, I think we need teachers and best practices and people who bring great ideas at the table to create the schools of the 21st century.
Immigration is one issue that stokes the fire of so many. President Trump has an aggressive approach when it comes to people in America illegally, especially criminals. I asked Acton if she's on board.
I think we want to respect the rule of law. We absolutely want violent offenders off the streets, but I am concerned that we also have to treat people like human beings. It's disturbing to me, as it is to many, to see people wearing masks, throwing people in unmarked cars. That is not a policy on getting criminals off the street.
Since 1991, 5 of the 6 Ohio governors have been Republicans. It's a tall order for the Democrat Amy Acton, but recent polls show it's anybody's race. Yeah, in fact, Emerson is that recent poll, the latest poll out in this race 11 days ago, giving the Democrat Acton a 1-point edge. We're going to have sit-down interviews with the U.S. Senate candidates coming up very soon as well.
You've been talking with